I love how I was literally just mentioning a couple weeks ago that I feel like I talk about like Brianna Olsen and like Santos a little bit too much, but obviously like they're always in drama. So I was like, you know what? Let me take a little break from talking about them. And I was like, specifically when I was planning on my videos, I was like, you know what? Let's not talk about them for a while. Let's take a little bit of a break. And during that break, I think the biggest news dropped, and I'm sure you guys probably have already seen it if you guys are on TikTok, if you guys keep up with the Brianna Olsen stuff. Yeah, turns out that she's pregnant with Santos' baby. I have to let you guys know, when it comes down to everything with Brianna Olsen and Santos, like low key, I have been freaking bamboozled, bean boozled, whatever the hell the word is. I've just been really thrown off my rocker with this one, y'all, because I thought their relationship at first was like fake. Okay. I was like, they're doing this for a skit. They obviously do all this type of stuff to like do their live streaming and things like this. So at first I was like, oh, their relationship's only going to last for a month and it's literally just for content. Because everything obviously seemed like it was like, calculated. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously Santos was like staying in the house that they were staying in that was like the MILF house with Vale and Jordan and all of them, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, they're obviously just doing all of this stuff for content, but then as soon as everything had went down between Brianna Olsen, Vale, and Jordan, they got into all their beef, it just seemed like, oh, they were like, oh, which skit are we going to next? Let's go ahead and fake a relationship. And y'all, I gotta keep it real with you guys, like for a hot minute there, I really did think that it was fake until I saw their Twitter, okay? And y'all know I told you guys about their Twitter before. Whew, y'all, I was not prepared to see what I saw on Twitter, and that like really confirmed it to me that I was like, oh, so they really are together. And I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, because if you guys had been following along with my Santos and Brianna Olsen videos, like low-key, I was like, it seems like every single time he goes to kiss her, it seems like she's kind of like apprehensive, and it seems like she almost doesn't want to kiss him. It seems forced. Do you know what I mean? So that's what made me really feel like, okay, this is fake. But then when I saw their Twitter, I was like, oh my heavens, y'all, like they be doing it all, okay? Like if you guys are adults, you guys can go see on Twitter for yourselves. And that confirmed everything to me that they are actually together. Now, getting into this pregnancy thing, I do got to keep it real with you guys. If you guys are not up to date on Santos and Brianna Olsen has been in a long custody battle for her, son, who allegedly she pays like $10,000 a month just to like visit him for 1 hour, which I think is absolutely crazy. And I wonder if that is true, because what if you're not some like famous streamer that's making that amount of money? Like I don't understand how an everyday average person going through, court litigations, custody battles and things like this would be able to afford $10,000 to pay for all of these travel fees, all of these monitor fees and all that. That's when that came out, I was like, she's paying that much money to see her son. I think that that's absolutely crazy. I don't even know if it's true or if she's just exaggerating it. But obviously she's making a whole hell of a lot of money, okay? But as of right now, though, okay, her ex-baby daddy has primary custody of their son, Winter. It was being rumored before that Santos, okay, and you know what's so crazy? It's rumored by Santos himself that he allegedly signed over the custody or signed over the rights to his child, okay? I actually do want to talk about that first, because I feel like it trickles down into everything, because Brianna Olsen did make an update about that situation of saying, no, Santos never signed away the rights to his daughter, but he was the one that said that. I literally made a video about it, I want to say in like February or something like that, maybe even February, March, somewhere about that. And I was like, he literally got out there and said that he had to sign away the rights for his daughter because like basically it was like the easier thing to do. And now she's saying no, that wasn't the case. And I guess like apparently in the state of Texas, like you can't even do that, which I even Googled. Actually, you know what? I Googled it and I screenshotted it too, because obviously I know that each state has different laws and everything is, different. But this is what it says right here on the Google AI overview. In Texas, a parent cannot simply sign away their parental rights. While a parent can voluntarily relinquish their rights, that requires a court order and specific legal procedures as outlined in Chapter 161 of the Texas Family Code. A court must find that termination is in the child's best interest. So I do think that obviously we would have like known that the court was going on, or maybe not. Honestly, y'all, I don't understand how some of these like online sleuths can like find these court records. Like, y'all, I'd be Googling everything and I'm like, I can't find like these records. Like people found the whole arrest report or whatever from when he was arrested in Catalina. I was like, how do people do this? Because I feel like if this is like court stuff, then maybe it would be like public. Nonetheless, though, she got out and said like, no, he didn't sign away the rights. And then people were like, you can't even do that in the state of Texas, which to me, that statement that I just read from you guys from the Google AI, it seems a little bit like, no, it's saying you can't just simply do it, but you can do it. You just have to go through a court process, which I don't really know, but she's getting out there and saying that. And the reason why I'm even bringing this up right now is because everybody is pissed the hell off because she obviously doesn't have primary custody of her son. Santos rarely ever sees his daughter. So it's almost as if they just like ditched their two kids and then now they're over here having a baby together, which honestly, y'all, at the time of me filming this, it hasn't come out that it's a skit. As of right now, from everything that I've seen, it seems legit. Like, to be quite honest with you, like, at first, I'm gonna be so free for all of you that tags me, like, y'all. I think that's the most tags that I got on TikTok. Y'all know I don't even be going on TikTok, but I do check my notifications on TikTok. I was like, this is the most that I've ever been tagged in videos, and it was their pregnancy announcement, and they're, like, you know, showing that they have the ultrasound pictures and things like that. I was like, this has to be fake, right? Because look, y'all know me. I'm always going to say I really do believe like everybody grows up, learns, and changes. And hey, they made some mistakes. However, like Winter is barely only, I want to say like 1.5, and Santos' daughter is only 2, I think. So, you know who I think of? I can't think of her. Is her name Caitlin? Honestly, I don't even remember her name from Teen Mom. I think of that situation to where they did have to give up their daughter for adoption because they just felt like it wasn't right for them to have a baby at that moment in their life. However, years down the road, and we're talking years down the road, they ended up having multiple kids. However, they obviously matured, they grew up, like they got their shit together. So yes, I 100% do believe that people can, you know, learn and change and grow and, you know, obviously evolve as people. I totally do understand that. However, I don't think that these fools are doing it that fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even trying to be like negative, but I really do hope that they're not just over here like, let's have a baby for content type of purposes. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I really do feel like maybe this could be an opportunity there for them to become family vloggers. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is where I'm just like, oh my God. I'm just not really understanding, you know what I'm saying, how you could have a kid, both of them, ditch both of their kids, and then now be having a kid together, and then, like, all of a sudden they're supposed to be, like, you know, the best parents. I don't know. Hey, maybe they will change with this baby. Maybe they will become the best parents ever. Maybe they will, you know, shower this baby with love and everything. But I do think it is a little bit messed up for his daughter and for her son. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, y'all couldn't get your shit together just a year ago, but then now you're getting it together. Like, I don't know. I'm a little bit skeptical about that, and I do have to say I don't want to be a negative bitch, okay? Because I know that babies are a blessing to some people, and I just really feel like, you know what, let me not be negative because I don't want to be negative around the baby. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, you know what, maybe they might turn out to be the best parents. I don't know, there's like a little side of my brain that's kind of like, oh my gosh, are they doing this for content purposes? Because what the hell? Anyways, I do want to go ahead and play this first clip right here to where I was talking about the whole custody situation as far as Santos allegedly didn't sign away the rights, but I'm so damn confused because if you guys checked out my video from months ago, I put the clip in there. He said himself with his own mouth that he signed away the rights to his daughter, so I don't understand why he would say that if it isn't true. So I'm a little confused about this, but check this clip out.
I just want to say Santos never gave up his rights because they don't even allow you to do that in Texas. That's not even, that can't happen. So he never did that. And actually, I was going to say, tomorrow we're filing, and he's filing for custody of his child tomorrow. So we're really excited about that news.
There y'all saw right there. She said they don't even allow you to do that in Texas, and she never signed away the rights, which, like I said, I'm so confused. I'm obviously not a Texan. I don't really know too much about that. That's why I read that Google AI thing, and I'm just kind of like, well, it seems like, yeah, you can sign away the rights, but you do have to go through a court process, so the court can find you, obviously, you know, unsuitable, basically, to not take care of the kid, which who knows if he really did. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I need to get into this whole situation of their whole, like, baby announcement, which honestly, like, everything looked cute, like, they looked good, like, you know, but I was just over here, like, they're a mess, honestly. Like, I'm not even trying to be a negative bitch. Like, honestly, y'all, even before filming this, I was like, okay, Tim, like, be nice, don't be a bitch, because, honestly, I'm keeping it so real with you guys. Like, in my head, I'm just like, why are you guys having a baby? You know what I mean? But then also, at the same time, too, I'm just like, okay, like, the baby is innocent if it is true. And the reason why, by the way, too, oh my gosh, I didn't even clarify this before filming. The reason why I say I'm skeptical about this and to even know if it's true, I don't know if you guys recall, but Brianna Olsen specifically got out there and said that she had a miscarriage, okay? And she put this whole story time on her OF account, so people actually paid to see this content. Turns out, no, she did not have a miscarriage, okay? She decided to have a schmishmortion, okay? So I'm like, how are you getting out here saying that you had a miscarriage, but then you chose to terminate your own pregnancy and you're calling it a miscarriage? miscarriage. I was like, that's so messed up. That's shady. So I do have to say, obviously, we're dealing with people who are very messy and they do say things, obviously, for clickbait, for attention. If you guys don't remember, during that whole time, she was trying to make it seem like, oh, 2K was like such a bad person because like, oh, she had a miscarriage. And no, like it ended up coming out that no, she did not have a miscarriage. She literally decided to terminate the pregnancy. So I don't know, y'all. Anyways, I do want to go ahead and play this TikTok right here to where she seems like genuinely excited to be like planning a gender reveal, like a private one basically for like her and Santos, and then like she's gonna do like a public one. It seems legit. I know everybody that I was talking to on TikTok as well as on Patreon too, like everybody that we were or that I was talking to, I kind of got the vibe that everyone's like, okay, like maybe this is a skit, but it's been about a week now, okay, and there's been no signs of it being a skit. They actually went on to a podcast too and also confirmed that they're pregnant. So I'm just kind of like, I think it's legit, y'all. I really do think it's legit, which I literally just spit everywhere right now, which I am a little bit, you know, like, oh, damn. But hey, also, I do need to be a positive person and be like, you know what? Maybe they are going to change. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, looking at the history, I don't know, y'all. Check out these clips right here.
Me and Santos decided that we're gonna do like a private, intimate gender reveal with each other first, to where he's gonna, like seconds before, like I know he'll know, and then he'll tell me, like maybe surprise me with like blue or, and we'll have a huge gender reveal for like social media and like our friends and our family. So we're gonna have an intimate, private one with each other, and then we're gonna have like a bigger one. So that's gonna be really fun to plan. I want it to be like crazy. Like now that I actually can like plan this out and like have fun with it, I'm really excited to do that. I'm really excited for Winter to be a big brother. I think he's gonna be just the cutest big brother ever. I don't know where we're gonna do the intimate gender reveal. Honestly, I haven't planned that one out yet, but I have some ideas I've seen. Like I like the cake one. Like I like the gender reveal where it's like just you two and then it's just a cake and you just like dip into it. And then for the big one that we're gonna do for our friends and family and social media, I saw this one where it was like, y'all know the movie Up, how there's like a house that he lives in? There was one where they built like a mini, like a children's house. Like it looked exactly like the Up one. And the balloons came out of the gender of the baby. I thought that was just so cute.
She honestly seems like excited to be doing her like little intimate, you know, gender reveal and things like that. I'm just so mind blown by this whole thing, okay? Even watching back the clips right now, I was sitting here like, this is legit. Like, oh my gosh, like we just literally saw like Brianna Olsen be like a hot drunk mess on the internet and obviously going through some crazy custody battle between 2K and her her snatching up her baby and bringing him over here to LA when she's supposed to stay in Texas. Like this whole thing literally just within the span of the last 6 months has been such a wild roller coaster. So the fact that they barely have even been together for like, I think 4 months at this point, the fact that they're pregnant is just, it's so mind-blowing to me. It really is. I do want to go and play another clip because they're speaking about their parents, and I guess apparently their parents are super excited for them and happy for them and like, you know, embracing the whole situation with like, you know, open arms. But then also too, Santos does make a comment that he says like, oh, we're finally gonna have a kid they can't snatch away from us. But I'm like, what do you mean they can't snatch away from us? Like, you guys have both got into these situations by being, you know, kind of not the best parents, and that's exactly why you guys both don't have at least 50-50 custody with your kids. So why are they trying to blame people when it's their own doing? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously everybody knows, and I even said this when I first started talking about Brianna Olsen. I was like, the mom typically gets like, you know, primary, you know, custody of the kid. So obviously she screwed up big time. And I know with Santos, like he's never really around his daughter. So I'm just kind of like, you guys have made your beds and you're over here saying, oh, we're finally having a kid that they can't rip away from us. Like, as if they're not the ones that caused that. I don't know. Check out this clip right here.
I'm fine. We're finally gonna have a baby that they can't rip away from us. You know, I'm excited.
Our family's excited. Oh my god, both of our parents are so fucking excited.
My mom was literally in tears, Chad. She just was happy to have a baby. She was just smiling the whole time. I've never seen her smile that much.
My mom was already asking us for grandbabies, so she's excited. She almost made us cry.
My mom called me. She was like, "Please give me a grandbaby already." Oh my god, I got you. She really wanted. It's because our families didn't get to experience having the baby. They didn't get to experience like the grandmom part. So when they ripped away our babies, like, you know.
And at the same time, like, whatever our situations are, they are like, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like our parents should have at least gotten that experience as well, and they never did. And it's not that our parents never reach out to anybody and try and, you know, see their grandbabies, because they do and they want to be part of life. The other people just don't respond and they don't want to, you know, do that. So
hey, my baby's gonna have hiccups. No, this one. Wait, can y'all drink Coke?
Oh, I can drink Coke. I've been drinking soda.
Like, these are not meant to be like, the baby's due date is on my birthday. I'm excited, Chad. I'm really excited. I'm experiencing everything that I didn't get to experience before. Like, I'm going to her doctor visits. They're like, she needs to have a sonogram. I'm like, what is that? No, they're saying all these random, like, big, large words. I'm like, I barely just got to the country. Slow down.
I don't know if I'm tripping, but they legit seem really excited. Santos seems excited. He seems happy. So look, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be a negative Nancy and rain on their parade and be like, they shouldn't have kids and hell no, CPS should step in now. Like, I don't want to be like that because I do know people can change, and maybe this whole experience that they went through, him with his daughter, her with her son, maybe that really made them realize like, oh my gosh, like I really did make some mistakes, and maybe they are trying to right those wrongs. Do you know what I mean? Y'all know me, I'm gonna always try, okay, keyword try, to be an optimistic person. Because you can't spell optimistic without Tim, right? I don't even know how to spell optimistic. I probably sounded so stupid right there. Let me know if there's Tim in optimistic, okay? There literally is. So I'm trying to be like, you know, look at the glass half full, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe they're gonna be really good parents, even though there is a side of me that's like, what the fuck? I am literally shook. Like, when I started seeing this pop up on TikTok, I was like, no, like this has to be a joke. I'm still leaving a little bit of room, okay? I'm leaving a little bit of room for this to be a skit because I can't put anything past them because obviously they do orchestrate all types of skits. So this could definitely be a skit. I don't know. Y'all have to let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.